What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Bears Profit Plays YouTube channel. If you enjoyed the content in this video, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel below. Also, be sure to stick around to the end of this video for a quick message from our team. Let's get into the video. All right, guys, let's get into some MLB picks and props for Thursday, July 20th slate of games. We got the dogs out tonight. We're looking to turn our luck around. Trey, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Start us off.
Yes, so far I am 1-0 because I had a good day yesterday because I gave out the Diamondbacks plus 1.5 on the first 5 run line versus the Braves. Arizona, they cashed this bet for us because they were ahead going into the 6th inning by a score of 3-1. I'm not sure why they gave us plus 1.5, but they did, and we ran with it. I knew that it was going to cash because the Diamondbacks were throwing out Ray Nelson, and he's been awesome this season, and he threw 5 innings so far in this game, only allowing 1 hit.
Yeah, Trey, I have the Toronto Blue Jays on the money line as my play going up against the Padres. It's currently 2-0. The Padres got on the board. I think it was on the top of the 4th. The Blue Jays cannot get anything together. Vlad does have a hit, but that's about it for the Blue Jays. So hopefully they turn their luck around in the second half of the game. But right now we are 1-0 combined, hoping to sweep the board tonight. Trey, let's take a look at our picks for tonight. Start us off.
Yes, I'm going to be attacking this Minnesota Twins at Seattle Mariners game. And this series has been really fun to watch because both these teams have great starting rotations. And this game is no different here because the Twins, they're leaders in the AL Central at the moment with a 49-47 record. They are 2 games ahead of the Guardians at the moment. And the Mariners, they're fighting for their playoff lives right now for the wild card. They're 5 games behind the Astros. And Seattle, they have a 47-47 record. But like I said, this pitching matchup is going to be fun to watch because Minnesota, they're throwing out one of my favorite pitchers here in Pablo Lopez. And Lopez, he's pitched in 10 road games so far this season, turning it to a 2-3 record with a 3.56 ERA. But something that Lopez does better than anybody in the MLB is striking out batters because Lopez, he averages 7.6 strikeouts per game. And Seattle, they're throwing out a young gun in this game in George Kirby. And Kirby, he's pitched in 9 home games so far this season, turning that to a 5-3 record with a 3.81 ERA. But Kirby, he does not strike out a ton of batters. He only averages 5.1 per start. So he definitely depends on his defense a lot more than Pablo Lopez. So I'm going to go with Pablo Lopez because I know I can trust him here. And they're giving us a plus a half at minus 132. I love taking plus a half with Pablo Lopez. I know the Twins offense is brutal, but the Mariners offense is not very good either. So I'm going to be taking the Minnesota Twins plus a half on the first 5 run line versus the Mariners.
Yeah, Troy, I like that play. For my play today, I'm going to stay in the same game I took yesterday looking at the San Diego Padres going up against the Toronto Blue Jays. I'm going to take the Nerfy in this game. I'm bringing back the Nerfy not only because I've been struggling out of the All-Star break, but because this is going to be a great pitching matchup between the 2 teams. We have Blake Snell on the mound for the San Diego Padres and Chris Bassett on the mound for the Blue Jays. I love the no runs in this first inning in this game because having Blake Snell on the mound is basically a lock right now for him to shut down the Blue Jays in this game. I will be getting to his stats on the player prop side, but his stats over the last 10 games have been incredible. I'm a little bit worried about Chris in this game because the Padres are one of the best teams in the MLB at scoring runs in the first inning, and Chris is one of the worst pitchers in the MLB in the first inning this season. We have seen him in 20 games so far. He's given up 16 runs in the first inning alone, and the Padres are averaging 0.65 runs per game in the first inning. But I will trust Chris in this game because he's been good for the most part this season. Both of these guys are going to get through the first inning as we should see a pitching duel throughout the game. Give me the no runs first inning between the Blue Jays and the Padres as my play tomorrow. Trey, let's take a look at those player props. Start us off.
Yeah, so far not so good for us, but we have a chance to go 500. And I gave out Jose Ramirez over 1.5 total bases versus the Pirates and Luis Castillo over 7.5 strikeouts versus the Twins. And Ramirez, he did not cash the over for us in this game. And that one hurt me a lot because he only went 1 for 4 in this game with 1 single. So losing on the hook is always painful. But Castillo's game has not started yet as we are recording. But I have to believe in him to bring us back to 500.
Yeah, Trey, I had Ken Waldichuk, under 2.5 earned runs allowed going up against the Boston Red Sox as my loss tonight already. I don't know what I was thinking. I always take his over. He did only pitch 4 innings, but he gave up 5 runs, I believe, in that amount of time. So another bad outing for Ken starting in the game for the A's. And then my other play is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. over 1.5 bases. He has a single so far. He's probably going to get 1 more at bat. The Blue Jays right now, like I said, the game pick side, they cannot get anything going. So hopefully Vladdy can break through, score some runs in that game, and cash this bet all at the same time. But Trey, let's take a look at our player props for tonight. Start us off.
Yes, my batting prop, it's going to be Elly de la Cruz over 8.5 fantasy score versus the Giants. And Elly, he has not enjoyed his post-All-Star break at all. He's only gotten 1 hit in his 20 at-bats post All-Star game. That is no bueno. But De La Cruz, he has to turn it around at some point, and I do think that today is the day because he has a lot of great trends working in his favor. And the first one is his pitching matchup with Alex Cobb. Because Cobb, he's pitched in 10 road games this season and turned that to a 4.15 ERA with a 1.44 whip compared to his home ERA of 1.24 with a whip of 1.16. And Cobb, he's just a lot more shaky whenever he's pitching on the road. And Cobb, he's also right-handed. And De La Cruz, he's batting .295 against right-handed pitching, and all of his home runs have been against right-handers as well. In fact, 7 of his 9 doubles and both of his triples have been against right-handed pitching. And the last trend that I'm going to be given is that this is a day game. It's slated to kick off at 10:30 Eastern time. And Elly, he's batting an impressive .323 when playing during the day. So give me Elly De La Cruz to go over fantasy score versus the Giants.
For my batting prop tonight, Trey, I'm going to be looking at Wander Franco over 1.5 bases going up against the Baltimore Orioles. I'm looking for Franco to get hit number 100 in this game on the year going up against Kyle Gibson. This is going to be a good match for Franco going up against Gibson, who has given up 4+ earned runs in 4 of his last 5 starts. In his last 4 games, he's also given up 7+ hits in 3 of those 5 games, and he is really struggling at the moment. And Wander Franco against the Baltimore Orioles in his career is batting over 300, collecting 23 hits in 21 games, and has collected 6 hits in his last 5 games against the O's. He is in store for a big game against Kyle Gibson, so I'm going to take his over 1.5 bases as my first play. Trey?
Yes, and my pitching prop, I talked about him earlier, but I'm going to be going with Pablo Lopez here, over 7.5 strikeouts versus the Mariners. I truly believe that he's going to have himself a great day here versus Seattle, and he should strike out a ton of batters throughout this game because the Mariners, they love to strike out. In fact, they strike out the second most times in the MLB with an average of 9.73 times per game. That is a lot of times. And whenever we factor in that Lopez loves to strike out a ton of batters too, it just makes me love this prop even more because Lopez, he has struck out the 3rd most batters so far this season, just behind Spencer Strider and Kevin Gausman. And Pablo, he averages 1.25 strikeouts per inning. So with that trend, we just need him to pitch 6 1/3 innings, which is pretty easy for Pablo Lopez. So give me Pablo Lopez to go over 7.5 strikeouts versus the Mariners.
Yeah, Trey, I like that play. For my pitching prop, I'm going with Blake Snell, under 2.5 earned runs going up against the Toronto Blue Jays. This is a guy that I thought had no shot this season to be a potential Cy Young candidate, and he is right up there with the best names in baseball, coming in with a 2.71 ERA and only allowing 4 earned runs in nearly 2 months of pitching. In his last 10 games, he has shut out the opposing team in 7 of those 10 games, and he's pitched 6+ innings in 7 of those 10 games as well. Not only that, he's gone 21 straight innings with not allowing a run. He will be going up against the Toronto Blue Jays, who will be a tough test. They are a top 5 batting offense this season, but Snell has faced some very tough opponents in the last 10-game stretch, so I'm going to trust him to keep on chugging right along. Give me Blake Snell, under 2.5 earned runs as my last play of the night. Guys, that'll do it for MLB player props and game picks for Thursday, July 20th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please be sure to drop a like in this video and subscribe to the channel below. We'll see you guys next video, and thanks for watching. Just want to let everyone know that while we do give out free picks, plays, and predictions on our YouTube channel, we also have a website for you to check out. On our website, bearsprofitplays.com, you can subscribe to the website absolutely free with an email and gain access to our written articles about upcoming sporting events. If you're really looking to make some cash, we have an option to become a member of our website. If you become a member, you will gain access to our Locks of the Week, which are written articles that go in depth as to why we are picking that particular outcome. As of now, our member plays have been red hot, hitting over 60% of our plays. If you don't want to become a member, it's no sweat. We are here to try and make you guys some money. That's our main goal. So come on over to bearsprofitplays.com and subscribe for free. Check us out, follow our free picks, and see for yourself that our member plays are a great investment for you. Thanks for watching.